That's Arizona and New Orleans are playing in the Hall of Fame game. So they are actually
that's funny that New Orleans is playing in it.
Yeah, I don't think the NFL had that one planned.
No, they didn't.
I don't think they knew what was going to take place was going to lead to this, but it is what it is, and now that's what they've got. But we'll discuss the Hall of Fame game on most likely Monday. I mean, let's be honest, it's the most walkthrough type of preseason game they even have. Most of the players that play in the Hall of Fame game, most of the starters make maybe one possession, if that.
Oh wow!
So the Hall of Fame game's quick because if you
really
play
nothing.
because if you play in the Hall of Fame game, you actually get 5 preseason games. So that's why, to me, the Hall of Fame game is one of the least.
It's kind of just like a little, not even an exhibition.
Nah, it's like a
scrimmage.
It's like a
small scrimmage.
Yeah, it's very minuscule in the realm of football. But at the same time, as we all know, all it takes is one play in a game of football to change a team's entire season. God forbid, but all you need is one hit on a Drew Brees, and New Orleans season officially does become a 2-win season. If that. Without Brees, I don't know if this team really wins any games, to be completely honest with you.
It'd be like the Peyton Manning syndrome. They go from a 13-win team to a 2-win team.
It would be bad. Between all the drama, no head coach, no interim head coach for the first 8 games. I mean, New Orleans would just be a complete and utter mess. But Arizona, speaking of them, Kevin Cobb is missing practice time because of a bruised thigh, which means Skelton is obviously going to try and take advantage of that time and get the extra reps and show the coaches he should be the starter.
Absolutely.
It's funny. When I heard that, all I thought to myself, I'm like, maybe Kevin Cobb is just meant to be a backup quarterback. And there's nothing wrong with that.
It seems like Skelton is just really just feeding off of this. He likes the competition. He's saying to himself, "Yo, screw you. I don't care if you were just traded here. I want to get the Bucks. I want the starting opportunity. Larry Fitz likes me better."
That might be the key. That might be the key, is the fact that Larry Fitzgerald
likes him better.
He's even come out admitting that he likes him better. Not like, oh, not like Skelton is the best quarterback we have. Cobb's definitely our backup. More like, I've developed a really good rhythm with Skelton last year, and I think it's something that we could carry over into this year. Like, that's sort of, saying the words, like, read in between the lines kind of thing, people. Like, if you didn't pick up on what he was trying to say, it's more of the idea that Skelton and him found a rhythm, and it didn't... It worked very well for them, and Cobb and him, Cobb barely played at all. I think he played in 7 games last year, if that, and it was not good. No,
not at all, but I still got to give it to Cobb, just for the simple fact that it's going to take this offseason to really get him going. You got to figure last year with the lockout, him getting traded to a brand new team and everything. He didn't have really a lot of time to learn the system or anything. So I'll give him a pass for last year. But let's see what he does this year.
I'm actually with you, and I think Arizona's with you, too. I think that's why they're giving Cobb the opportunity to be a starter. I think it's interesting, though, because the Saints, to me, are a team that you're going to watch, and you're going to sit there and sort of question who's going to step up outside of Drew Brees. And it's your first opportunity to see this team and say, okay, can Coach Sparano... the ex-head defensive coordinator of the New York Giants, ex-head coach of the St. Louis Rams, now defensive coordinator. Sparano.
Thank you. I was
sorry,
like,
Tony
Sparano's on the Jets, bro.
Sparano.
I know what you mean.
My bad. My favorite Sparano. I'm not going to talk that name anymore. Anyway, that guy, defensive coordinator of the New Orleans Saints. That guy. What are you doing? It's really a balancing act between him and Drew Brees to carry this team without Sean Payton, without Joe Vitt there. It's on them to carry the team, and I'm interested to see who outside of Drew Brees is going to step up and be a vocal and lead by example type of leader, because I feel like they need both, and whether it's in one person or two.
You got Drew Brees obviously for the offensive. You need somebody on that defense who's going to step up, and you figure you still got a couple players who are suspended.
Will Smith, who is their captain.
8 games?
8 games, yeah.
You got Vilma, another
A whole
captain,
season.
a whole season.
They're trying to get his whole thing put on hold so he can play this year and deal with it next offseason. But that's the legal stuff.
That's
I try to
thing.
avoid just for the fact that there's way too many things in the legal stuff that I could mess up very quickly. So I don't try to give too many details with the legal stuff because I don't really get it with Jonathan Vilma. But I do understand that his lawyers are trying, and the NFLPA are trying to get his case either pushed up so that a ruling can be made immediately because his side believes that the ruling will be in his favor and he'll be able to play, or pushed back and put on hold so that way he can play this year and deal with the consequences next year. Either which way for him, though, it's a bad situation, and I'm curious, like Joey said, who on the Saints defense is going to really step up and make an impact?
That's what I'm looking for on the defensive side. Who's going to step up, make the impact, be the captain? Who's going to do it? And that's what I'm looking for.
If I had a red challenge flag, I would throw it out. I feel like I challenge so-and-so, but you know what? I think, who makes the first big hit in that game on Sunday? Like, that's the things about the preseason games I personally enjoy. Is all those guys that are out there playing at full speed trying to make a roster. It's that simple.
Yeah.
The level of play drops dramatically. No, you're not watching all these great players on a field do what they do great. You know what I mean? But the level of play itself drops.
It's funny that you say that because the other day, it might have been yesterday actually. Was it yesterday? I don't know. But I was watching basketball, and it was not U.S. basketball. So you saying that just reminded me of the level of play watching USA basketball versus someone compared to Angola versus whatever team I watched.
Tunisia, who USA played yesterday.
Oh my God, it was the ugliest game I ever saw. I was like, why am I watching this?
Yeah, I can understand why you feel that way.